Welcome back to another episode of Black to Life, where I turn black ink drawings into life-fulls. This is for Let's Play 'em. I pulled up Photoshop and imported the drawing. I am making each layer visible again because just like the phoenix, this was also done a few years ago. The dragon's head first, jaw and horn. I am not subscribed to any stock sites, so you'll notice that the images that I am using are slightly blurred. I would like to invest in stock sites like Envato Elements in the future. The dragon's body was very tricky, so I had spent a lot of hours here. By the way, this is SHENRON of Dragon Ball, also known as SHENRON in some places like the Philippines. This is the snake picture that I downloaded from the internet. This is what I use for SHENRON's body. Process of tons of cropping, warping, masking and repositioning. For the lighter and larger scales of his chest down to the tail, I use these snake pictures, the same process. To create the hairs on both sides of his face, I use pen tool. Trace the exact shape from the drawing. I will be adding shadows and highlights onto it later in the video to make it look like the real thing. The fins in his back and his whiskers were also created the same way as the hairs. For SHENRON's mouth, I luckily found a picture. It matched perfectly since the croc's mouth was wide open just like SHENRON's. For his teeth, I used pen tool and created them one by one. I also got lucky to find a picture for his snout. After all shapes were placed and done, let's proceed in adding shadows and highlights. For adding the shadows and highlights, I was set on having a dark background and some lights, so I put shadows on his face like this. Looking at it now, I can see a lot of mistakes I made, especially on putting shadows. From here, it's a repetitive process, just adding shadows on supposed to be dark places and lights on where SHENRON is supposed to be lit. Back then I felt awesome that I was able to do this. I was ecstatic. To be able to create your own wallpaper is something that I was wishing I could do. And few years passed, I can do it now. Mistakes are here and there, but that won't stop me from creating.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Time to put a background. I added the Dragon Balls first, so I can have a clearer vision on where I should light SHENRON. Sadly, I only added 4 balls and not 7. Once the Dragon Balls are in place, I finally added the background. I adjusted SHENRON accordingly. With some extra dust lights here and there, SHENRON is ready to fly. Our wallpaper is done. I still can't believe I did this. So that's it, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Until the next episode. This is for, see you next time.